We've heard a lot about the suffering of older people in care homes who've been cut off from their families during the pandemic. But for tonight's special report, we're going to focus on younger people in residential care, many of whom can't understand why they're not allowed face-to-face visits from their loved ones and have often felt forgotten. Sarah Smith has been hearing from some of them.
Mummy! Yes, how are you?
This is how Linda Arthur spends time with her daughter these days. Alexandra is 32 and severely disabled.
Clever girl, doing your exercises.
And while the staff in her Deal care home have been wonderful, says her mother, their enforced separation has been tough.
Sometimes I see a little sadness in her eyes, you know, and when she sees us on FaceTime, she looks around to see where we are and tries to reach out and touch us. Children or adults with disabilities rely so much on sensory contact. That contact you cannot replace cuddles and hugs, and so it's been quite difficult.
For William Commins in care in Robertsbridge in East Sussex, changes to his routine are hard, and COVID has brought about the cruelest changes of all.
One of the big impacts is that he's not allowed to come home and stay with us anymore. And we've noticed that increasingly when we come over here and see him, he talks about home quite a lot, so I suspect he doesn't understand why he's not allowed to come home anymore. And obviously it's been disruptive to his whole lifestyle.
She bought me some stuff, she did.
Did she?
Yeah, DVD.
Another family, another relationship conducted via screen. After a few visits in the summer, 16-year-old Annabelle's aunt is back in lockdown, at one stage spending 4 weeks alone in her room after coronavirus hit her care home.
Some days it's really hard and she likes to put on a brave face, and especially for us, she makes us think that she's okay. There are certain days when you know that actually you can see her, she's just not the same as she used to be.
The Department of Health today told us that the vaccine will go to those most at risk, the elderly, first. Those caring for younger adults feel they've been sidelined again.
They are a particularly vulnerable group who've been overlooked in many ways throughout the pandemic in terms of delays in getting the right PPE into care homes, delays in getting the right access to healthcare. People with learning disabilities are 6 times more likely to die than the general population as a result of COVID. So it's really important that the people we support are prioritised.
The families say just knowing the vaccine will come isn't enough.
They've just completely forgotten that people with learning disabilities are human and that they have emotions and thoughts and feelings. And so to shut them away and hope for the best just isn't the way to do it at all.
Whilst all of us are now can see that glimmer of hope with the vaccine coming, for people with learning disabilities, they don't have that concept of time, so that view that maybe in a few months' time this will all be a lot better isn't something that William will yet comprehend.
They are one of the most vulnerable sections of society, yet they don't seem to figure in their priority list at all.
These families determined their loved ones are not forgotten. Sarah Smith, BBC South East Today.